In this video, we're going to talk about Kinsta's new automatic updates feature that rolled out to their hosting platform and how it's got my gears churning as far as how to run or potentially run my WordPress agency that does website care and maintenance. We're going to compare this to another partner of Influence WP. So Kinsta and another partner of Influence WP is WP Umbrella, which is what I use to manage all my client sites. I'm going to discuss how the options now are getting a little bit harder to choose from. And yeah, you'll see here in this video. So I'm going to file this under awareness. So the awareness playlist on the Influence WP YouTube channel. Okay. So we're going to look at this new offering from Kinsta, why I'm going to potentially have a tougher choice coming up here in the future. And maybe this will get your gears churning as well. Not only if you are an agency providing website care and maintenance, but also as, someone that's just, running your own website and you want to make sure that everything is updated, secure, and all of that type of stuff. Okay. All right. So like I said, Kinsta is a partner and WP Umbrella is a partner of Influence WP. If you want to become a partner, it's absolutely free for life. Just go to influencewp.com/partners. So as I do with Influence WP is remain unbiased, state the facts, and let everyone make their own informed decisions. So this is going to be no exception. I'm literally just going to state the facts, but also it would be pretty much impossible to not show my emotional attachment to this stuff as an agency and how my gears are churning with this. Okay. So you're just going to get my raw emotions of this, unrehearsed, unedited as we go along here. But again, unbiased, just stating the facts. Okay. Okay. So we have this automatic updates feature that Kinsta rolled out. It's now being talked about. It just rolled out yesterday, I believe. I think I got the email yesterday, the 25th, and today's the 26th. So I am seeing some mentions on social media about it. Ever since I got the email, whether it's walking the dogs or whatever, and I have time to kind of like just think about things and not be in front of the desk, in front of the screen, it's just got me thinking. And I was like, I need to do it. I need to do a video on this, and, not just to do a video, just to do a video, but like I had to kind of get this out of my head and put somewhere. So I thought a video would be a good way to talk about this. So again, automatic updates. And Kinsta is now providing the way for people to say, hey, this plugin or all plugins or this theme or all themes, we can automatically update them safely. We're going to do visual tests to ensure nothing's broken, things of that nature, rollback. So that is amazing. But it's now caused the situation where those of us that use another tool like WP Umbrella to potentially do this sort of thing is starting to blur the lines of, do we even need a WP Umbrella anymore? Do we even need a managed WP? Do we even need a main WP? Do we even need a WP remote? All of those types of things. It just seems like if you're with Kinsta, for example, it seems to be moving more and more towards a centralized location where you can go to manage your sites, just like a WP Umbrella, for example. It's just the lines are getting extremely blurred now. That's not a bad thing. Okay. But let's go ahead and cover, we're not going to cover the technical part of it in this video. I have not tested this. This is more of a high level, just thinking through things. But Kinsta's rolled this out, like I said. So if we go over here to the Kinsta dashboard, I've got a test site. And if we just go into this site and then go under plugins and themes, Kinsta's already providing so many things in a centralized location that you can do. You can activate and deactivate plugins and themes from here. Globally in bulk set PHP versions. So if I go, let's go back one level here. If I go to the sites, and let's just say I select these sites, and then we go under actions, We can do all kinds of stuff: clear cache, update plugins, themes, change automatic update settings, edge caching, CDN, PHP server versions. You can upgrade, downgrade those on the fly in bulk, change labels in bulk. It's getting so close to being like one of these multi-site, not multi-site, I shouldn't say that because it's going to confuse people, but sites where you manage, tools where you manage multiple sites in a centralized location. It's pretty much there, right? Especially now that this is there. Yeah, so if we go into the site and let's just say we want to manage on a per site basis, let's go to plugins and themes. Let's select Akismet. This is just a test site, default plugins. Don't yell at me. So we go here and automatic updates, click those three dots. And let's say we want to change automatic updates. So right now it's set to manual. We can switch this over to WordPress automatic updates. So WordPress will automatically run available plugin and theme updates twice daily. It'll update the plugins automatically and you'll get notified in emails. Okay. Now look at this. This is what we're here for this video. Kinsta automatic updates. This is a key right here. $3 per month per environment. So for this site, in other words, our system will run available plugin and theme updates daily and use visual regression testing to check the results. If anything goes wrong, it will automatically restore a secure backup. So we're going to check for updates daily, create a safety backup, compare screenshots, roll back in errors, get notified in emails for $3 a month. That number is important. Okay. Now, that is amazing. If all I had was Kinsta and I was like just a website owner and I had Kinsta, done. Sign me up. I'm paying for that. No questions asked, right? Now, this is assuming like you don't have a company or like an agency that does your website care and maintenance for you. That's a no-brainer. Do it because you don't understand anyway. As just a basic website owner, you don't understand the automatic updates and the potential harm that they can cause by just wholesale automatically updating stuff. You don't understand that anyway. So in your case, if you're not working with an agency, this is a no-brainer to buy this add-on, turn it on, and let it go. Because you're busy, making cupcakes, doing whatever it is that your website does and running your business to get in here and mess with this. Now, I would argue you should partner with an agency that does website care in those cases. But if that isn't in your budget yet, this $3 per month thing would be a slam dunk, right? Now, you come in here as an agency like me, and that's when things get a little bit more blurred, more tricky. So you've got that $3 a month per site, right? And I've showed you already. If we go back here, go to sites, we can in bulk select all of our sites, go to actions, and choose change automatic updates. Okay. Across the board, it's going to add $3 per month. Now, you wouldn't want to do that to staging, most likely. But let's just say, to all your production sites, and you want to blast that out to all your production sites times $3 a month. Okay. So let's think about that for a second. You can then go in and on a per plugin and theme basis, adjust it. So if you've got a plugin or a theme that is very tricky to update, you really want to manually update it, run your backups, update it, put it through some really thorough testing, like it's a theme or a plugin that just causes problems or it's very delicate and needs a lot of hand-holding, then you can go in here on a case-by-case basis and tweak the settings. This is extremely amazing, okay? But again, we go back to the $3 per month, okay? Now you go over to a WP umbrella. It's not there yet, but it's coming. So in WP Umbrella's roadmap, here it is. That is literally both of the things that are in progress right now. It's coming, okay? I haven't tested the Kinsta option. Obviously, I haven't tested WP Umbrella's option because it's not there yet. But let's hypothetically say that this is an apples to apples comparison. What then? And this is why. If you go to WP Umbrella, We go to pricing. Let's just call this $2. Okay. So you get everything that WP Umbrella provides for $2 per month. Right? In Kinsta, you get the $3 per month. Where WP Umbrella shines is the reporting, because you can, customize those client reports and send those out, the white labeling and things of that nature. And another really, really important piece, okay, with this is if we go to Kinsta, and let's go pull up our site. Let's go to backups. Let's go to hourly. You see how much an hourly backup costs? $100 per site per month. This $2 includes that. Go to a managed WP. I think they're charging quite a bit for hourly backups. Go anywhere where they're providing hourly backups and check out the cost compared to WP Umbrella. Okay. So if you're running an e-commerce website, some website where 1 hour backups are critical, think about the value that WP Umbrella is offering there. Okay. Go to a 6 hour backup window, $20 per site per month. It's included in the $2 per month with WP Umbrella. Now, this isn't an indictment on Kinsta per se, because every company out there has their monetization strategies. They have their potential reasons for not offering those things. And it's not for me or anyone else to say why they're doing those things. It is, I am reporting the facts as you see here on my screen. And as I'm telling you, it is you as the customer to make your decisions. It is not up to you to decide why Kinsta should do a thing a certain way, charge a thing a certain way, why WP Umbrella may be undercharging or should do things a different way. It is not for us to say. It is their business, not ours. Okay. So with WP Umbrella or Influence WP, I'm stating the facts here, and you guys can make the decisions. I have my own hope as a Kinsta customer that, some of these things, the prices may be reduced in the future. I've mentioned that to them before, very kindly. Conversely, maybe WP Umbrella should raise their pricing. Is this sustainable? I don't know. This is up for them to decide. But as customers, it's up for you to decide based on the information that I'm giving you here and that everyone else is giving you, right? But this is starting to become a tougher decision now, because what is it in that Kinsta can't provide? So if you don't have a situation where you need those hourly backups, for example, do you need those client reports? I'm trying to highlight the main differences to me between these platforms. Do you need to send out client reports? Are your clients actually reading them, or is it they consider it spam? Client reports are really good for staying top of mind and letting your clients know what it is you're working on for them. But it's kind of like policies. If you update your privacy policy, are they really reading those things, or is it just there for them possibly to reference down the road if they so choose? So you got to weigh all of those pros and cons. But the main point of this video is that the lines are starting to blur for me, definitely. And so it's a lot to think about. There's something to be said for having a centralized tool, right? That does all of this stuff, which is why we look at tools like WP Umbrella and why it's enticing to potentially just go with Kinsta in this case. Okay. Imagine if Kinsta just didn't have that add-on cost and they just rolled that in, it's crazy. Gears are definitely churning. Yeah, you can probably tell gears are definitely churning. Lots and lots to think about. But when WP Umbrella lists on their website, they're advocating for Kinsta. That when you have this on your website, you're advocating for Kinsta. Kinsta benefits by folks like WP Umbrella. WP Umbrella benefits from folks like Kinsta, from hosts. It's an interesting situation that this is presenting. Prior to this, that interesting decision was there, but when you can see that Kinsta just rolled this out, and it's in the WP umbrella roadmap, so obviously it's a massive ask by their customers like me. They saw and identified the need themselves, so that's what they're working on right now, and Kinsta kind of beat them to the punch. So it's just very interesting, this whole thing. And yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts. Yeah, leave some comments in the video. I'm going to have some decisions to make myself. One of the potential reasons for staying with a separate tool like WP Umbrella in addition to Kinsta is, I come from an IT background and working in environments where redundancy was critical, right? So you've got the Kinsta platform, doing your backups and things like that. But having another independent, we'll call it independent third party like WP Umbrella, also doing different levels of backups. There's a benefit to that by not having all of your backup eggs in one basket, so to speak. The downside to that is then you've got multiple backup schedules that you got to make sure don't overlap and all that good stuff. But anyway, there's lots to think about. The main thing here is that Kinsta has really made it so it's a much tougher decision to go with these other tools. Yeah, lots to think about. Again, let me know your comments in the video, or you can find me over on X, Twitter, and we can strike up a conversation there at Pine Digital Co. is the handle over on X if you want to start a chat there. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it it's got your gears churning too, made you aware of something maybe you weren't aware of. And yeah, hope all is well, guys, and catch you in the next video.